Cynthia from MB Pretty Papers up today doing a layout as a guest designer for Kitaholic Kits. Kitaholic Kits are an Australian-based kit club. Each month they put out absolutely gorgeous kits, and this month I'm working with the January kit. So I was going through the papers there, and I had picked out the photo that I was going to use, which is a photo here of our son and my husband. Going through the papers, I saw that branding strip that said, "It doesn't matter where we're going, but who we have beside us." And I thought, oh my God, how appropriate is that for this layout that I'm about to do? So I pull out some packaging here, and I'm going to use the packaging technique to put some mixed media on the background. So the little stencil that I have there is a part of the mixed media kit that comes each month. Each month there is a mixed media kit, and this is what was in this month's, a part of this month's kit. And I use the Distress Oxide inks as to put the colour down on the background. You don't see it, but I do use the stencil. For some reason or other, I'm missing that footage. But what I do is I pull out the blending tool that comes, you know, the little blending tools that you get, and I used a couple of different colours to add some texture in the background. There they go. I'm pulling out the blending tools there, and then I just use the Distress Oxide inks to add some little marks to the background, and there it is there. So I used a couple of different colours, and now I've pulled out from my stash some black ink, and I'm just going to put some big blobs on the background. Not concerned about those big blobs there sort of in the middle, as I know the photo will cover most of those up. So I am trying to get a mixture of sort of bigger and medium and smaller size speckles. Just trying to straighten the paper out a little bit, as it did buckle a tiny bit. And now I'm going to cut down the white cardstock here, because I'm going to mount it on that black and white polka dot. As it did buckle, it doesn't trim quite square, and then when I do mount it, there is a little bit of a difference in each side, but that doesn't bother me. I generally just go with the flow. I don't let it worry me too much. Just showing the paper there that I'm using. Going to cut off that branding strip and then gut this paper. Also use this paper as a part of the mat for the photo, so I mat the photos a couple of times, and I use this paper as one of the layers there as well to just continue that theme through. And there you go, it's all mounted, and I have a look now to see which way I want to mount the photos, whether I want to go green then black or the black then green. But as you can see, I have decided to use this green script font as the first layer, and then I come back in and mat all this on the black polka dot. Just trimming that up so it has a nice thin edge to it, but I did want to ensure that you could see the writing. Not that you can read the writing, but you can see the different tones all the way around the photo. And now that's where I've just mounted on that black polka dot, and you'll see I sort of use the polka dot themes throughout this this spread. So I've obviously put the black spots on the background. I've used it to mount the actual layout, and I've used it to backing the photo, and you'll see some of the embellishments I pull out to also have the polka dot feel to it as well. So it's a repeated throughout the process. Going through the ephemera pack that came with this month's kit, and just pulling out anything that I think might go well with this layout. As soon as I have stuff that I don't think will work, I put that straight back in the tray there, which is pretty much the flowers, and then in the end I also put back any gold. I decided that I don't want to use gold on the page as well. If you're wondering why I suddenly decided to slap my hand down on the page, of late my camera has been really reacting to the light, and you saw it the film starting to flicker. I'm not too sure exactly why it suddenly decided to do that, but I know if I seem to have a little bit too much white, which is really nothing there more than I've ever had, but if I seem to just cover up some of the white on the page, it stops flickering and then it goes fine. So who knows? Technology, don't ask me to explain it. Gone through the exclusive die cuts as well, and I've pulled out some bits and pieces, and now I'm just starting to layer up. I do fiddle around a fair bit here because a lot of the die cuts have writing on them, and I was feeling like I was starting to get a lot of words on the page, and I knew that I want to put down a reasonable amount of journaling on the page. So I was trying to come up with some stuff that didn't have too many words. So I go through this gorgeous sticker book, and there's a billion stickers in here to choose from, so that was really good. And I pulled out some of those semicircles and put those in 3 spots, and I come through and I pull out a bit of washi tape here in a moment, and I add that to a layer under the photo as well. Put that little hello up the top. Once again, it has that green tone, but it also has the polka dot feel to it. And then I've repeated that element. You can see there I have that polka dot tag off on the right hand side, just above that branding strip. And also up on the top layout, I've added a little sticker up there that has the polka dots to it as well. So certainly repeating that element throughout the layout. Doing my best Missy Widden here, and grabbing some of the twine that come in the kit and just twirling it up into some little balls and tucking it in under the embellishments that I have. There we go, tucking that in, and I think that looks quite effective in there. And then I think I come in a moment and I start to add my journaling, and the journaling says, "This moment melted my heart. Edward was just doing his own thing when he suddenly jumped up, sat down beside his dad and put his arm around him. The two sat there, looking out towards the water, chattering about the wind on the water and the clouds and just nothing in particular. But for me, sitting back watching, it encapsulated a true father-son moment." So I just wanted to capture that moment. It was just, I don't know, had to be there. Just using the blending tool again to add a little bit of colour to the text so it's not quite so stark. And I put that down, and look, I'm pretty much coming to the end of the layout. So if you watched this far, thank you very much. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the process. Leave me a comment. I love reading comments. And you check out Kitaholic Kits. The links will be below in the description below. Just follow those and it'll take you to all the right spots so you can see all the wonderful products and kits that are put together each month. Until next time, have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and a wonderful month, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.